even in the face of death. We shall not submit.
Hi, welcome to the channel. The Sisters of Battle have some of my favourite models. The Triumph of St. Catherine is basically a diorama, and Celestine is beautiful and strong in game as well. Let's have a look at the biggest winners and losers from the index. Some things of note. Miracle Dice is a similar system as in 9th. You get them through the game, roll and that number can then be substituted in for a dice value. It works well and it's powerful, but not as broken as Eldar Fate Dice. They're generated one per turn and when a unit is destroyed, but this isn't capped. And you can spend them once per unit per phase, so it's easy to spend them. An MSU style army will generate more Miracle Dice, and some units will have special abilities related to them as well. The faction gets +1 to hit when the unit is below starting strength, and +1 to wound when they're under half strength. This is great for multi-wound models and vehicles that can benefit without having to lose a model. Melee has seen a downgrade for the faction, even though they have a fight on death and a +1 to wound strat. The only battle line unit is the Battle Sisters squad, and they must have 10 models. A shame not to have 5 model units now, and there is also a lot of competition for the leaders to join these squads. Everything still has at least a 6+ invuln. With general leadership being 7+, they are more at risk of battle shock now. Multi-melters are down to 18-inch range, which is a pain for the faction. Particularly felt for deep striking units, as they won't get the melter +2 damage when they arrive. With free war gear, cherubs allow you to gain a Miracle Dice back when you use one, and then the cherub is gone. And the Simulacrum Imperialis now gains a Miracle Dice when you destroy a unit. And the first of the winners, the Paragon Warsuits. 240 points for 3, now toughness 6, 2+ save and gain a 4+ invuln. That makes up for losing the -1 damage. They can fall back, shoot and charge, which is very powerful, especially considering their war maces are strength 12, 3 damage each. Those maces are hitting on 4, but if you give them a leader, and their only leader is more than Val, then they get full rerolls to hit and wound. Equip them with multi-melters and grenade launchers, which got better this edition, for maximum damage output. The Battle Sister squad. Same price as 9th, but now you can only have 10 model units. They are the only battle line unit, but you can have multiple characters attached, so lots of combos to consider. They generate Miracle Dice when on objectives, or if they kill something, and gain one back when you spend some on them. With free war gear, they get melters, so build for some offense and some for defense. A Hospitalier is an obvious one to take for a 5+ feel no pain for only 40 points. That's a reduction from 9th and can be one of 2 characters attached. The Exorcist, now an auto-includer feel. Slight price drop for the toughness 10 missile version, and you get a free hunter killer. It seems like the Exorcist missile launcher is the best option with D6 +2 shots at strength 10 -2 AP and D6 damage. That's hitting on 3s and heavy, so down to 2s when stationary, but the kicker is that it's also indirect fire. That's a load of firepower getting anywhere on the table. At 140 points, it'll terrorise your opponent. The Arcoflagellants. Lots of melee attacks and very good against infantry. In a squad of 10 with 4 attacks each that explode, strength 5 is going to be good, including full wound rerolls. Perhaps lead them with a preacher for 45 points and he gives them +1 to wound, really punching above the weight. Then whenever they fight, you can choose for them to go really mad and instead have 6 attacks rather than 4, but they gain hazardous, so you might lose some. 4+ feel no pain, 2 wounds each will be annoying for your opponent, and if you get them into melee, 6 attacks with +1 to wound and reroll all wounds, they'll mint an enemy squad easy. Saint Celestine, a massive 25% cheaper at 150 points. She's still great at mincing infantry as she's always been, with 2 damage devastating wound attacks. Toned down in 9th as expected for smash characters. She can lead a squad of Seraphim or Zeraphim, which will be an ace deep strike threat. 2+ save, 4+ invuln and a 4+ feel no pain, but she can also return a model per turn in a unit. Also, if she dies on a 2+, she gets back up on full wounds at the end of the phase. Then she can start returning models to a unit and bring back her Gemini buddies. At such a cheap price, definitely worth a look. And the first of the losers, the Celestine SACRESANTS. Down to a 3+ save and keep their 4+ invuln. All melee strength and AP went down, and without Bloody Rose they're looking less useful now. Only one character can lead, so you pick wisely to get the right buff. If it's Junitha Rita or Palatine, then they are -1 to wound, but at T3 that's not amazing. The Retributors, a strange one this. You used to be able to take a squad of 5 to 10 and have 4 multi-melters, which was the whole point, and they also had a fire twice ability. Now they're only a squad of 5, still with 4 multi-melters, which have been reduced to 18 inches, but their price has gone up. It used to be 120 points for 10, now it's 130 points for 5. It's worth noting that if you do include Retributors, then get the Dialogus to lead them, as whenever a Miracle Dice is used, it can turn it to a 6. The Sisters Novitiate squad. Not battle line, but you do get a good OC value. They can reroll hits of 1 or all hits against a unit that's on an objective, but the ranged and melee profiles just aren't looking good for it to be meaningful. Rerolling charges is nice, but then they're delivering a load of strength 4, no AP and damage 1 attacks. Hitting on 4s isn't great. The main reason they lose is because you're better off just getting Battle Sisters for 20 points extra. They have a better armor save, they get more Miracle Dice farming, and you can take some melter weapons. The index seems good, but there's not a lot of combos compared to other factions we've seen, and I'd be interested to hear what you think are the best and worst units this edition. See you soon, bye!